All right, so are you ready to jump into something that can really make a difference for your business?
Always.
Especially if you're a service-based business. We talk a lot about websites and SEO,
Yeah.
but today we're going to do a deep dive on Google Business Profile Optimization.
It's really important.
Yeah, you have a profile already, right?
I do, yeah. Most
Yeah.
businesses do these days.
Okay, good. And, you sent over this checklist guide that breaks it all down, which is awesome. But I really want to kind of go beyond just the what to do and really dig into the why.
Yeah.
Like, why should you care about all these little details? And basically, how can we turn your Google business profile into a customer magnet?
That's the question, isn't it?
Yeah, totally. So first things first, why is a Google business profile so important in the first place?
Okay.
Isn't having a website enough?
Well,
Yeah.
when you're looking for something like, let's say you're looking for a service like a plumber
Mm-hmm.
or a dog groomer, what do?
I go straight to Google.
Exactly. And what pops up at the top of those search results?
Google Maps.
Yeah, like especially on your phone.
Now that you mention it, yeah, I tend to click on those map listings first.
Exactly.
Okay.
And that's the power of a Google business profile.
Okay.
So it's your direct ticket to Google Maps,
Mm-hmm.
which often appears even before regular website listings.
Oh, interesting.
So even if your website isn't fully optimized for search engines,
Okay.
we call that SEO, by the way, search engine optimization,
Right.
your Google business profile can still make you a star.
Okay, so it's like prime real estate in the digital world.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Prime real estate, and it's free.
Oh, even better.
Yeah, this checklist even calls it a gift from Google,
Aw,
which I love that phrasing.
gifts from Google. I like the sound of that.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've established that a Google business profile is essential.
Yeah.
But where do we even begin? This checklist seems pretty comprehensive.
It is. It really is. But it starts with the basics. First and foremost, make sure you've claimed your profile.
Okay,
There's a handy link right at the top of the checklist to walk you through that.
got it. Claiming the profile check. What's next?
Okay, then it's all about the nitty-gritty details.
Okay.
So using your real business name is crucial. No fancy wordplay here.
Right.
Google wants to make sure you're a legitimate business.
Right.
And selecting the right business type is super important too.
So if I have a physical shop, I'd choose a location.
Yes,
But if I'm a mobile dog groomer, I'd go with service area.
you got it.
Right.
And those location-based businesses often get a little boost in Google Maps rankings.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So from there, you'll want to fill out your profile with all the essentials,
Mm-hmm.
a compelling business description, accurate hours of operation phone number, website, link.
Mm-hmm.
Google even likes to see details like attributes which highlight special features of your business
Okay.
and your opening date to show how established you are.
So it's like building a storefront window,
Exactly.
making it attractive and informative for those passing by.
Mm-hmm.
First impressions are everything.
First impressions are everything.
Yeah,
Yeah, you want to draw people in and make them want to learn more.
yeah, makes sense. So we've got our storefront looking sharp. What's next on this optimization checklist?
Okay, now we get to the strategic part.
Okay.
Choosing the right categories for your business.
Okay.
This is where you really start to target your ideal customer.
So instead of just a generic shop sign,
Yeah,
I'm being specific about what I offer.
you got it.
But there are so many categories out there. How do I know which ones are right for me?
That's where a little keyword research comes in handy.
Okay.
The checklist actually provides a link to a complete list of Google Business Profile categories,
Oh, awesome.
which is super helpful. So you want to choose a primary category that best represents your core business.
Okay.
And then you can select up to 9 secondary categories to really hone in on your niche. And the checklist even emphasizes that if your primary category allows it, you should add a list of your specific services.
So instead of just saying dog grooming, I could list nail trims, breed-specific cuts,
Yes.
all the other services I provide.
Yeah, and it makes sense. The more specific you are, the better your chances of showing up in those targeted searches.
Exactly.
Precisely. It's all about making it easy for potential customers to find you.
Right.
Or looking for exactly what you offer.
And if you sell products, adding those to your profile is just as crucial.
Just as crucial.
The checklist has a link to Google's instructions for that too.
It does.
This is great stuff.
Yeah.
So we've covered the basics, claimed our profile,
Yeah.
nailed down our categories and services.
Yep.
What's next on our journey to Google business profile domination?
Okay, well, you can have the most beautiful storefront in the world. But if no one's talking about it, how will anyone know to come visit?
Ooh, good point.
That's where reviews come in.
Ah, yes. Reviews, they can make or break a business these days.
Absolutely.
I know I always check reviews before trying a new place.
Absolutely. And the Google knows this too. So this checklist highlights the importance of having at least 10 reviews
Okay.
to be considered a legitimate business.
Mm-hmm.
And ideally, you want more reviews than your direct competitors.
It's like a popularity contest.
Yeah, it's like a popularity contest in a way.
But don't even think about buying fake reviews, right?
Oh, no.
I've heard that can backfire big time.
You heard right. Google's cracking down on fake reviews, and you could get penalized to even have your account suspended.
Really? Whoa.
The checklist even links to Google's official statement on reviews, which is worth a read.
Okay, so legitimate reviews are key.
Yes.
But what about responding to those reviews? Does that really matter?
It matters more than you might think.
Okay.
So responding to reviews, both positive and negative, shows potential customers that you're engaged and that you care about their experience.
It adds a human touch, for sure.
Exactly.
Instead of just a faceless business, I'm a person who listens and cares.
Exactly. And here's a pro tip, especially for service-based businesses like yours.
Okay.
When you reply to a positive review, try to mention the specific service you provided to that customer.
Oh, so if someone raves about my amazing dog grooming skills, I should reiterate that in my response?
Precisely. It reinforces that connection.
Oh.
And helps people searching for dog grooming think of it as weaving those keywords into your responses.
Perfect.
To boost your visibility.
Okay, reviews, check.
Mm-hmm.
What else do we need to keep in mind as we continue to optimize?
Okay, well, now that we've got the content down, let's talk about making your profile visually appealing.
Okay.
Because even in the digital world, presentation matters.
Right, bring on the visuals. Okay, so we've got all this great content, Yeah. We've got good reviews, we're responding to them. Next, how do we make sure this profile really pops?
All right, well, you know how they say a picture's worth 1,000 words?
Oh, yeah.
That holds true in the online world, too. So visuals are key.
Okay.
To capturing attention and making your profile stand out.
Got it. Time to unleash our inner artists. What kind of visuals are we talking about here?
Think of it as decorating your digital storefront.
Okay.
You want it to be eye-catching and inviting. And this checklist has a whole section on photos.
Okay.
And it suggests adding new images weekly.
Weekly.
I know.
That seems like a lot.
It does seem like a lot. But here's the thing. You probably already have a ton of visual content.
Oh, okay.
You can repurpose.
Okay.
Think about what you're sharing on social media.
Right.
Photos of your work behind the scenes, glimpses of your team, happy customers, even those aesthetic shots of your workspace.
Oh, that's a good point. And I could also use screenshots of positive online reviews, right?
Yes.
Kind of like a visual testimonial.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And if you're feeling creative, you could even whip up some testimonial graphics on Canva.
Ooh, yeah.
Those always look really professional and eye-catching, or even short videos.
Okay.
Like 30 seconds or so showcasing your services or product.
Videos, huh? I haven't tried that yet, but it sounds like a great way to add some personality to my profile.
It definitely is. And remember, Google loves to see active profiles.
Yeah, right.
So regularly adding fresh visuals signals to their algorithm that your business is relevant and engaging.
So it's not just about looking good, it's about sending the right signals to Google.
Exactly.
Okay, I got it. What about photos of my actual storefront? Are those important too?
Absolutely, especially if you have a physical location.
Okay.
Photos of your storefront customers interacting with your business and products in use are all great ways to showcase what you're all about.
It's like giving potential customers a virtual tour of my business.
Exactly.
Before they even step foot inside.
Precisely. And here's another little insider tip. Google gives more weight to reviews that include photos.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
So it's not just about me posting my own photos. It's about encouraging my happy customers to snap a pic when they leave a review.
Exactly. It adds authenticity and visual appeal to those reviews,
Sure.
making them even more valuable in Google's eyes. It's like a visual stamp of approval.
I'm definitely going to start reminding my customers to take photos when they leave a review.
Yes.
What else can we do to keep our profile fresh and engaging?
Okay. Well, beyond photos, the checklist emphasizes the importance of posting regular updates.
Okay.
Think of it as creating a little news feed,
Okay.
right, on your Google business profile.
So like sharing announcements, special offers, upcoming events.
Exactly.
That kind of thing.
Anything that gives people a reason to check back in and see what's new. And here's a clever trick. The checklist suggests reposting your blog content as Google Business Profile updates.
Oh, that's smart.
Yeah.
2-for-1 deal. It drives traffic back to my website. Keeps my Google Business Profile content fresh talk about maximizing my digital presence.
Wow. That's what it's all about. You're already creating great content.
Right.
So why not share it in as many places as possible?
Makes sense. Okay, so we've covered visuals, updates, and even repurposing content.
Yes.
Is there anything else we need to consider when it comes to optimizing our Google Business Profile?
There is one last point on the checklist that I think is worth mentioning.
Okay.
And it's more about getting additional support if you need it.
Yeah.
So the creator of this checklist actually has a sister company
Okay.
called AskDotty
Okay.
that offers guidance with digital marketing.
So if someone's feeling a bit overwhelmed by all this optimization stuff, they can reach out to AskDotty for help.
Exactly.
Okay.
They have a membership program where you can get your digital marketing questions answered,
Oh, cool.
including those pesky Google Business Profile dilemmas.
Yeah.
It's a weekly meeting for an hour.
It's like having a digital marketing lifeline.
Exactly.
When you need it most.
Precisely.
Yeah.
But even without joining a program like AskDotty, this checklist really does provide a solid foundation
Right.
for optimizing your Google Business Profile. And remember, it's all about taking action, experimenting, and finding what works best for your unique business.